Hold on, he's going to read this real quick. Read that.
Ezekiel. Which one? You didn't give me a you said
Yes, I did. 7:26.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 7, verse 26.
Bring it out.
Mischief shall come upon mischief, and rumor shall be upon rumor. Then shall they seek a vision of the prophet.
Then shall they what?
Then shall they seek a vision of the prophet.
When the foolishness in this world gets to the hilt, to the top, where it's bubbling over, they're going to say, yo, where them guys that was teaching the Bible? I got to ask them a question about what's going on. This don't make no sense. My spirit is troubled within me. I need y'all to give me the biblical perspective. They're going to get in order that day. They're going to stand up straight. They're going to come to camp. They're going to find some fringes earlier in the week. They're going to be here before we get here, talking about some Kwam Yasharala. Right? Read it again.
Khan. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 7, verse 26.
Come on.
Mischief shall come upon mischief, and rumor shall be upon rumor.
Ain't there rumors that these nukes is getting made, about to get launched? Ain't Donald Trump doing mischief in the earth? They trying to lock the man up everywhere they can. He getting away. Rumor upon rumor, man. What happened in Venezuela? Ain't that mischief going on over there? The United States government playing games in their government. Them people don't revolt. They can't find no food. They having a civil war down there while we up here in air condition playing games. Mischief upon mischief, rumor upon rumor. What happened next?
Then shall they seek a vision of the prophet.
Then you're gonna say, hey, listen, you brothers teaching the Bible, what we supposed to be doing according to the Most High so that wickedness don't touch us? That's what you're gonna ask. Come on.
But the law shall perish from the priest.
But the law is gonna perish from the priest. You ain't gonna find it. Come on.
And the counsel from the ancients.
Come on.
The king shall mourn, and the prince shall be clothed with desolation.
Do y'all know that y'all those princes? That's what Israel means, prince of the power with God. Y'all are those princes. You're going to be clothed with desolation in that day. Because when the Most High opened up the doors for you to get this word, you didn't want it. You wanted everything else. The Most High gave you every holy day that was beautiful and good and righteous. And you wanted to do Christmas. And you wanted to do Valentine's Day. And you wanted to stand on couches for your birthday. But you didn't give a damn about what the Most High was telling you to celebrate. You never did a Passover. You didn't care about a Feast of Tabernacles. You never seen a new moon, and you don't want to know what it is. That's why the Most High is going to take wisdom, knowledge, and understanding out of this earth. You can continue reading on the scripture that you was at. Go ahead. Go back there. Just come over here. Because that was a good precept. I was going there. Continue reading.
It's the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 5, verse 2. But iniquity shall be increased above that which now thou seest.
How can iniquity get worse than what we see now? Children don't have to have genders now. Huh? Your woman is running you now in the household. Huh? How can iniquity get worse than it is now? You got men in your army from your nation killing each other because one got on red and one got on blue. How can iniquity get worse than it is now? You smoking something called K2, got you rolling on the ground, foaming out of your mouth because you're chasing a high. How can iniquity get worse than it is now? The police just shot a young man in a parking lot who told them, I'm sorry, I'm just resting. So the cop turns off his flashlight on purpose and shoot the boy, then put the light back on and say, hey, now show me your hands now because we got to help you. Did any of them cops go to jail? Nope. But do we see it every day, our people lifting up their hand in violence towards each other though, right? We won't do nothing to these crackers kicking your head in, man. And us over here teaching his word is upsetting you. You want them to be comfortable. More than you want the truth to come out, you want white people to be comfortable. Why y'all talking like that? Don't talk like that. Come on, man, stop acting like that. You're embarrassing. How am I embarrassing you by telling you you're the greatest people on the face of the earth according to the Bible?
That's right.
Thus say the Lord God. That's why mischief is going to increase more than it is now, and you're not going to understand that. Read on.
But iniquity shall be increased above that which now thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago. Verse 3. And the land that thou seest now have root, shall thou see wasted suddenly.
This land is going to be wasted suddenly. You think this place is going to stand forever? You think you're going to make merchandise of our people forever? You think, what did the Most High say about a land that was built on blood? Somebody give me that scripture. I think it's a Habakkuk. It said, woe to a city that's built on blood, man. So how was America built? On the blood of our forefathers. So woe to America. Thus saith the Lord God, man. Here it is, your daddy, your mammy, done sat in master's house, been raped, robbed, murdered, beaten, maimed, scarred, killed. And you're supposed to forget about that and just move along. Just carry on. Carry on. What you guys still worried about that? But that's a long time ago. No, it's not. It's less than 100 years ago. That's 1.5 generations ago. Nobody told the Jewish man, the imposter Jew, to forget about his Holocaust. Nobody told him that one time. Nobody said, yo, forget about your Holocaust. 6 million of y'all didn't die anyway. It wasn't that many people in Auschwitz.
That's right.
Ain't no 6 million of you. We can look at the census, maybe 250,000 of you out there. And they didn't get all of you. Some of you was hiding in the attic.
9/11, never forget.
Then you got 9/11, man. Knocked down 2 of your stupid buildings, but they was prepared for that.
Hey, they all left that day.
They left. They was prepared for that, but now they got lights. You go to Jersey City, you stand on the other side of the harbor, they got lights shining in the air. Halogen lights, burning all that taxpayer money so that you never forget them buildings, man. See that? But you gotta forget slavery, which put you in this position and sculpted America. Slavery built America. They didn't have the funds to support the war. That's what the Civil War was about. They didn't want to lose their free labor. We gonna fight a war to keep these niggas in slavery. You understand that? You think the Yankees up top wanted you? You thought they fought the Civil War to free the black man? So what, I moved to New York, I moved to Boston, and I got it good now? Is that the history? You ever see that movie, Gangs in New York? Them thugs, those white thugs? Okay, that's what they are, a bunch of thugs. Bunch of violent thugs. They were burning black people in buildings, saying that we was taking their jobs away from them. So they were setting the bottom floor on fire so we couldn't get out the building. That's what they was doing in New York. You watch the Gangs in New York movie, you see them, at the end of the movie, the black man, he couldn't get away. He had nothing to do with none of that foolishness, that political fight they had. And they made sure to get him, though, right? Put him to death. Because these people have hated you. They have what is called a perpetual hatred. You understand that? Well, when is our perpetual love for our own people going to generate? What happened to carrying a sister's grocery bags up to her apartment? Now you robbing that old lady, taking her $15. That's all she got. But the white man jogged through your neighborhood 2 o'clock in the morning, you don't say nothing. What happened to sweeping in front of your neighbor's house because you sweep in your house? So you might as well sweep in front of your neighbor's house. Now what you do is you piss on the side of my house and bust a bottle right in front of my house where I live at, man. And a white man 2 o'clock in the morning jogging with his dog, you don't say nothing. You move out of the way and let him run, man. You people are cowards. You hate your own people and you're afraid to be a man. It's easy to kill people that look like you because you're familiar with them. But it's hard for you to look at your perpetual enemy that used the institution to oppress you. And here we go.
Message.
Somebody want to say something?
Turn it off.
Go on.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, establisheth a city by iniquity.
Establish a city by iniquity. You established a country on slave labor, stealing people from their families, separating their families, and maiming them to make them obedient to you. I've been tripping off that. The more I study slavery, I've been tripping off the fact that you castrate a man for sport. You take his jewels away from him. He bleeds out. 75% of men castrate dies because he can't stop the bleeding. You know that? And they was doing that whenever they felt like it to our strong men, just to make a message to the rest of the men. That was a game for them, a sport for them. You gotta hate people to do that to them. You don't just want to rule over them, you gotta hate them. You gotta want to destroy their posterity and their lineage. And the Most High said they're gonna eat that. They're gonna eat the fruit of their own way. But when we come and try to tell y'all that, do you want to hear that? Or do you want to enjoy that country that was built off of that wickedness? It's my Saturday. I'm just trying to get by, brother. Everything is just get by. Everything is the bare minimum, the baseline. No one has the inkling in their mind to try to be great, to try to have their own society. Nobody has it in their mind to be a leader. You voting for other people that don't even live where you live. None of you want to stand up for your own communities. And when we come out here, you're ashamed of us for speaking like this. You acting like you ashamed of us for speaking like this. Like we're embarrassing you for speaking like this. How come that don't embarrass you? How come that don't embarrass an older man? Older man, gray in the face. That's what we want to do? And look what he's doing to that. This is not a car show. This is not an extravaganza. This is dusty 5 points, man. So when we come and we complain and we sigh and cry against all the iniquity in the land, we're doing that in earnest to bring you back to the truth. Go to verse 9. Read. Give me Ezekiel 35:5, somebody.
Verse 9.
Come on.
And salt water shall be found in the sweet.
Salt water is going to be found in the sweet, man. That's figurative language. That's Hebrew slang for the thing that you like is going to become detestable to you in that day. You understand that? Right now, I like getting drunk and high. I like standing in the corner. I like wasting my youth. I like that now. You don't know my life. You don't know what I've been through. That's what you want to say? So you can make an excuse for yourself to stay the way you are. So that you don't have to, like the Bible says, so you don't have to work at the sweat of your brow to make it out here. You rather just give up and quit. The salt water, the sweet is going to turn into salt water. Everything that you enjoyed in this society, you're going to come to hate because the Most High is going to take the mirth out of this place, the singing and the joy out of this place. And he's going to bring mourning to this place so that you will know that you touched the children of the Lord God with your iniquity and your wickedness, with your rape, robbery, and your murder. Right, Esau? Right?
Live in bed, second ranger.
Say what?
Airborne.
Military.
Yep.
And how many people you dropped a missile on? Nobody?
Nobody.
That's why they kicked you out?
Yeah.
They didn't kick you out, what they do?
They want to re-up.
Say it again?
They want me to re-up.
They want you to re-up?
That's a lie.
I don't know about that, man.
He's too old. That's a lie.
Say re-up, yeah, out of your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Want to be in one of those schools?
I don't know what school I'm going to, but I'm old.
No, I'm talking
You don't get a shit standing around.
You know, this is your kingdom. You should be winning here. It's set up for you to win here.
The Lord is my Savior.
The Lord is the Savior of the Israelites. You know that? The children of Israel are his chosen people. That's who he come to save.
It's Caucasian, man. I don't know what.
Say it again. Say it again.
Caucasian.
That's right. I don't know who you are, but it's something going on here with this guy. Read verse 9.
Been around a while.
And salt water shall be found in the sweet.
Listen.
And all friends shall destroy one another.
And all what?
All friends shall destroy one another.
So this prophecy is coming to pass now because that's what our people are doing to each other. We're supposed to be friends, our people of our same nation. And we're destroying each other. We're murdering each other. We rape, robbing, and murdering each other now. Huh? What happened to our communities? What happened to our sensibility? Why is all of our popular rap songs and music talking about laying with another man's woman? How are we supposed to have peace amongst each other? Why is all of our rap songs talking about putting a pistol to somebody that looks just like me? But we're supposed to have peace amongst each other. Why are female rappers auctioning their bodies off to the highest bidder, got our young daughters and young women dancing to that music? But we're supposed to have peace with one another. That's the salt water being changed from the sweet. Because you want to have mirth and joy in this place. You want to forget everything that's going on. You want to get high and you want to let time pass. But you don't want to deal with the reality of the situation, which is we are a destroyed people, preyed upon, living in a land of iniquity where our forefathers died and nobody made it right. So that's why we came out here to speak against this wicked place. Read on.
Then shall wit hide itself.
Then shall wit hide itself. You know the Most High is going to take common sense out of this place? He's going to take knowledge, wisdom, and understanding out of here, and there will only be foolishness here. And look at the level we're on now already.
I think he already took
Don't
it.
we have something called a they be? Now children don't have to have genders. This is the next thing. This is more important than fixing the environment, making sure that people can be any gender they want to be whenever they feel like it. That's more important than cleaning the damn ocean that you destroyed. That's more important than trying to figure out how to lower your CO2 emissions that's destroying the ozone layer. And you people don't even have no melanin to protect yourself. But all you want to focus on is let's make sure that people could be any gender they want to be. See this? The only time that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding dwelt in the land is when the law of the Lord was paramount. When God's laws was the key. That's why you got to get chastised. Because we got to remind you. You forgot the fight that you were in. You got comfortable. But the Most High said this. Read on.
Then shall wit hide itself, and understanding withdraw itself into his secret chamber.
The Most High said understanding is going to withdraw itself into its secret chamber. That means you're not going to be able to figure out what's going on in that day when the Most High brings judgment to the earth. And the only people that are going to be satisfied are the men that have been trying to serve him. The women that have been trying to serve him so desperately. Where our families turn our back on us. Salakia, our families turn their back on us. You got them fringes on your shirt. You're teaching hate now. How am I teaching hate? By telling you the truth of what the Bible actually says. How is that hate? So then you hate the Bible. So showing you that Jesus Christ is a black man according to the Bible is hate. Showing you that you're the greatest people on the face of the earth according to the Bible is hate. Telling our women to cover up their bodies, stop exposing themselves, that's hate. Telling our men to be men and stand up again and put a spine in your back, how does that become hate? How is that hate? Shalom. How is that hate? That's not hate, that's love. You know what hatred is? Hatred is dropping off guns in our communities in Chicago so our young men can shoot each other in the face. Hate is Flint, Michigan, where you got pipes that are so rusted and corroded, it's giving the babies cancer. That's hate. Me teaching the Bible and telling you the truth of the Bible, that is not hate. That's love, man. Anybody who love you will tell you the truth, man. Anybody who love you will tell you the truth. And they've been lying to you from the beginning. They made up phrenology, saying that there's something wrong with your skull, and it leads you to be servants. That was their first lie. Their second lie was all men are created equal. How dare you say that while you hanging me from a tree, but we all equal? How dare you say that when you needed to invent a construct called affirmative action that only benefited the white women? But I thought we were all created equal. The Most High didn't say we was equal, so why are you saying it? Because y'all the father of the lie, man. Read on.
And shall be sought of many, and yet not be found.
It's going to be sought of many. Wisdom is going to be sought of many, but will not be found. That's why we're out here telling you the breakdowns of the Bible, why you don't want it. We out here telling you how to serve the Lord properly, why you don't want to listen. You're putting off from day to day. But there's going to come a time where you cannot get this word. I need you to absorb that lesson and understand it. There's going to come a time where you cannot get this word. It's going to be gone from the earth. The Most High is purposely going to remove it. So we're going to be out here prophesying forever at your leisure when you decide to listen? No. We're going to be with the Most High, man. We're going to be on that next level, but you don't understand that. Talking about hatred. This is hatred. Read.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel.
That perpetual hatred belongs to you Edomites, so-called white men. You have had a perpetual hatred. Perpetual. There is no time in history where you have truly loved us. We've been trying to love you into loving us. You call us a nigga, we say, well, we forgive you. You shoot our children, oh, we forgive you, and cry with you and hug you and forgive you. When have you shown us any love? I'm waiting. What day was that? When the white man said, oh, you know what, I'm going to show you blacks some love. What day was that? Was that in Black Wall Street that you showed us love? When you bombed it to the ground? Because we got away from you devils and we didn't want to be with you anymore? And we made our own infrastructure? So you had to come there and destroy it? What about Philly? When you bombed Philly to the ground, when we did the same thing there? What about Newark, New Jersey?
Rosewood.
What about Rosewood? We take it back. You're jealous and you have a perpetual hatred. You want us to love you. That's what you want. You want us to want to be with you. And whenever we try to get away from you, that devil comes out. When we getting away from you now, what you gonna do about it? You done slipped up. You done took your hand off the plow, Esau. Now we done found the Most High and we have our power. Read Proverbs 22.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 1 and verse 22. How long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning.
And that's why that's what we're talking about to you, our brothers back here, man. Y'all don't have nothing, man. Sometimes I come and I look back here and y'all brothers are destitute, but you got a blunt to smoke. You don't have nothing, but you got a blunt to smoke. And I don't understand that. It's the middle of the day, you laying on the ground in your clothes, but you got a blunt to smoke. We giving you the Bible and you don't want it. You want to stay in that condition. Continue on.
Time. Start from the top. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity.
Come on.
In the time that their iniquity had an end.
Come on.
Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord God, will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not had hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
Since you haven't hated, I gave you a Bible. I gotta use that sometime. When you at camp, got the big letters. So since when has the white man hated blood? Name a day that he's hated bloodshed. When he's tried to find another way to save these sodomites, he found a way. That's when he hated blood. When we started getting on them sodomites. Now you got to get banned off Facebook, right? Because you're speaking against that homosexuality. You're right. That's the pinnacle of any Caucasian society is homosexuality and free love. You can look at Rome. You can look at the Minoan civilization. Once they get to where they're comfortable and they have subdued their enemies, the thing that they want to bring into fruition is free love. And that devolves into boy loving, right? So that's why you got LGBTQRSTUV. Because now you got the sodomites and then you got the pedophiles together. See that? But see, the Most High don't like that. And any society that devolves into just reckless homosexuality, he destroys. Didn't he hit Pompeii with a volcano and turn all those people to ashes and petrify them forever? But then when you sweep away all that soot and all that tar from that volcano and you look at the walls of their bathhouses, it's nothing but sodomy. That's all they was doing. Glorifying it, getting drunk and having orgies. That's all you want to do here. That's what you want to do in America too, don't you? That's why our young boys, our homosexuality is being pushed on them so viciously. I said, what was this last award show? The man had on a tuxedo dress, man? And then every news outlet covered it and glamorized the man. And he was married to a white man. You see this? They don't glorify us teaching this Bible. They don't want you to be a man of the Lord. They don't want you to run your household. What they give the black woman, man? Every character on television, what they give her? Sassy, disrespectful, loudmouth, and alone.
When they pass.
Hold on.
Every time.
Last weekend they were waving at us as they passed 3 times in a row.
You see, going slow today, right? As he crept by us.
That's right, blow the horn on them. Blow the shofar in the new moon. You know it's the new moon today? So blow the shofar, blow up the trump in the new moon. Shimmer my